Not tonight or any night, she said, the words cutting through the quiet of our bedroom like a cold wind. I paused, letting them settle, letting the weight sink in without a single reply. I'd heard similar remarks before, offhand comments hinting at fatigue, frustration, or distance, but this time it wasn't fleeting. It was deliberate, absolute. She wasn't testing me. She wasn't looking for an argument. She was making it clear that what I offered, my presence, my time, my attention, was unwanted. Instead of anger, I felt clarity. I stepped back, physically and mentally, releasing the expectation that my energy could fill a space that refused it. The walls, once familiar, now echoed with subtle tension, a reminder that intention alone was never enough. I didn't ask why. I didn't question her timing or delivery. I simply acknowledged reality. For years, I had devoted myself to making our marriage thrive. Every decision, every sacrifice, every small act had been invested into building a shared life. But when the foundation signals disinterest, even the strongest beams cannot support a structure. That night, I realized my energy was not a commodity to be ignored or deferred. I began redirecting it, not in haste, not out of spite, but with intention, towards spaces and people that truly valued it. I started small. Time once reserved exclusively for her was now devoted to long-postponed projects, neglected hobbies, and personal goals. Emails left unread, meetings delayed, books I had promised myself to finish, all became opportunities for growth. It wasn't revenge. It wasn't a statement. It was simply recalibrating priorities. Attention, when misaligned, loses its value. Giving without reciprocity only diminishes the giver. The change was immediate. Moments that had felt suffocating or tense became open spaces I could inhabit freely. The quiet was not emptiness. It was empowerment. In that clarity, I discovered focus I had long neglected. My decisions became intentional. My presence meaningful rather than obligatory. Even my resources, time, energy, money, emotional investment, were redirected to where they could yield return, not in a transactional sense, but where effort met appreciation. I was both resentful and strategic. Every choice reinforced a simple truth. Energy is finite, respect is non-negotiable, and time is the most valuable currency one can spend. That night, as I sat alone, city lights filtering through the blinds, I realized the lesson wasn't in rejection. It was in clarity. Life does not pause when someone steps back. It continues, whether we approve or not. And sometimes, the most profound victories are subtle, unspoken, and grounded in self-respect. Days turned into weeks, and the quiet shift compounded. She noticed, of course she did, the calm replacing frustration, focus replacing idle waiting, absence replacing insistence. There were no confrontations, no pointed reminders, no harsh words. Just a presence redirected, measured, and intentional. I was no longer tethered to a partnership that did not reciprocate. I rebuilt neglected friendships, enriched conversations, rediscovered laughter, and infused everyday routines with purpose. Morning runs resumed. Books I had postponed were read, and tasks left untouched for years were completed. Every action reinforced a principle. Where energy is respected, it multiplies. Where it is ignored, it dissipates. She tried subtly to draw me back, a question, a suggestion, a tentative reach for connection. But I had learned that true presence cannot be borrowed, coerced, or demanded. It is either freely offered or hollow. My response remained steady, measured, unwavering. I did not punish, justify, or explain. I simply invested in spaces where my contributions were acknowledged, valued, and returned. By the end of the month, the lesson was unmistakable. Life moves forward whether we participate fully or linger in expectation. The redirection of time, attention, and resources once felt like deprivation, became liberation. In choosing where to place my energy, I reclaimed autonomy, dignity, and perspective. True transformation, I realized, is often quiet, deliberate, and invisible, not loud victories, but enduring triumphs that no one can take away.